what's up guys, it's Ashley and welcome back to my channel. Today's video I'm going to be doing a foundation review, and today's foundation is on a stick foundation. I've never tried this foundation before, it's been out for a while. One day I said I would get around to doing it and that day is today. So the foundation is the Wet n Wild stick foundation. Now I am obsessed with the photo focus foundation. You guys will know that I've talked about it for so many years. I rave about it constantly. Sometimes I'm like, right, okay, give yourself a break there with that. Everybody gets the whole idea that you love it, so I'll move on to something else. And I'm constantly trying different foundations, but I always go back to that one. But I thought that I would give the stick foundation a go because, like I said, I got sent it out in Pure a while ago. Really excited to give this a go. I have cream beige, soft ivory and soft beige. I know that cream beige is the shade that I wear in the photo focus foundation. I also wear golden beige. I'm gonna just swatch them maybe on my cheek and just see. So we'll start with cream beige, I guess. Ooh. So that's cream beige. It's kind of looking a bit orangey, is it? This one is soft beige. I like the undertone to that one, but I think it might be a bit too pale. And then the last one I have here is soft ivory. Okay, soft ivory is way too pale. The middle shade, which was soft beige, actually is the perfect undertone for me. It's more neutral. Cream beige is a bit more golden. I'm gonna go with cream beige, and if I need to tone it down a little bit, I'll mix in a bit of soft beige. Okay, so I'm going to do my foundation review like I do every single foundation. I'm going to apply primer to one side, and I'm going to use a brush, and I'm going to use a sponge, and we're going to see how it applies best. And I know nothing about this foundation, by the way, guys. I have no idea. I have never seen a review of it. I don't think I've ever seen anyone talk about it. So I'm going to look up a couple of claims about it right now, because like I said, the photo focus is like thebomb.com. I'm obsessed with it. Okay, so this foundation on the Beauty Bay website retails for, if it will hurry up, what is wrong with my internet? So it retails for $7.50. Currently, it's actually on sale. A couple of facts and claims about this is it's a long-wearing foundation stick. Get the insta-worthy skin whenever and wherever you are. Wet n Wild's photo focus stick foundation is lightwear, longwear, buildable. The foundation has been tested under several photo lighting conditions on different skin tones with and without flash, similar to the photo focus foundation, the liquid foundation. So it's perfect on the go touch-ups. The medium and full coverage stick is infused with argan oil to moisturize and seamlessly blend. It's vegan, cruelty free. Blend with a beauty blender or your fingertips. So on the Wet n Wild website there is 21 shades of this, so it comes in a ton of different shades. Unfortunately on Beauty Bay's website they only have 5 colors. I'm going to just apply it from the stick onto the skin. I'm going to first off prime my face. So I'm going to prime the right side. I'm taking my Tensation. Absolutely adore this. You guys know how obsessed I am with this. I've already moisturized my skin, and I think we're pretty much good to go. So I'm just going to apply this, like I said, on the right side of my face. Completely forgot about doing my eyebrows. Filled them in off camera. So I'm going to go in with the stick foundation. I'm just going to apply it to this cheek. I'm just going to like slide it onto my skin, I guess. It's actually gliding on really easy, and the colour is actually not a bad match. Just going to apply it to this side as well, just the same way. Yeah, I think that should do it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my brush on this side. So I have my Sigma Flat Kabuki, this is F80, and I'm just going to blend in the right side of my skin with that. So this actually looks nice on my skin. Like, it's not too thick and it's not too difficult to spread. So I have a ton of videos testing out different types of drugstore cream or stick foundations rather, and I don't think I've ever found one that I really like. You can check those videos out. I'll leave them in the description. So I'm hoping that I really like this one because I just love the photo focus foundation as a whole. I just think it's an absolutely fantastic foundation. I've never found a foundation I like in stick form as much as the Hourglass. Like, there's just nothing on the market that I like as much. I don't think I'm ever going to find one, but maybe we might have good luck with this one. So that blended really easily with the brush. I'm just going going to go in with my beauty blender. This is actually my EX1 blending sponge. Sorry if you can hear snoring in the background as well. It's Chewy. He's like unconscious on my floor. And I'm just going to try and blend this in with EX1 blender. I absolutely adore this. This is nearly like my favourite sponge on the market. Okay, so that blended in quite nice with the beauty blender. Coverage wise, got way more from the brush. I feel like the beauty blender may have eaten up some of the product. This is only one layer. I definitely need more. I want to up the ante with this. Try and build up the foundation on the beauty blender side. I just applied some of the foundation just down my neck just to match it into my body. I'm just going to apply more of the foundation onto the side where I used the beauty sponge, because I do feel like I lost an awful lot of coverage in that. And I would recommend, if you are using this straight off the bat, to go in with a brush. Maybe use a beauty blender if you want to afterwards to kind of blend it into the skin, but I'm feeling I'm needing to use a lot more of this foundation with the sponge. I think we're building up the coverage now, but I have to use nearly twice as much of the foundation with the beauty sponge as I would with the brush. Okay, I'm just gonna go over this side just with the beauty sponge just to melt it into the skin. I'm happy with the coverage from the brush. I think it looks lovely and I don't have any complaints as of yet. Looking at this foundation in the mirror and just how it looks on my skin, I think this is like one of the nicest stick foundations I think I've ever used. From an affordable brand, maybe not as great as the Hourglass, because again, I absolutely adore that, but it's kind of up there with it. It looks gorgeous on my skin. I love the feel of it on my skin. I love the appearance of it on my skin. It's lightweight, but it's quite good coverage, and you can see that you could get like a lighter coverage from it if you use like a beauty sponge or just apply less of the product. I think it'd be a great everyday foundation for that reason, because it's super lightweight and it's really easy and quick to use. That's why I do love a stick foundation from time to time. But like I said, I've tried the Makeup Revolution one, I've tried the L'Oreal one, I've tried a couple of them, and I don't ever really... we don't vibe together. Just doesn't look great on my skin. I have oily skin. I mentioned that in every single foundation video. I don't think I mentioned it today. This review will reflect that. It's not sinking into pores or fine lines. It's not sinking in around my mouth, which I have issues with my smile lines or whatever's going on around my mouth. And in general, it looks super nice on my skin. So I'm just going to zoom in for you guys so you can get a bit of an up close and personal perspective on this foundation. You can see like on my skin, it's not like sitting into any fine lines. It just looks great. I really like the effect of it. I don't know what else to say about it. I have no complaints in it. It looks really, really full coverage on my skin, but at the same time I could get like a more lightweight coverage from it. I'd love to have had this foundation in a deeper shade so I could cream contour with it, but you kind of get the picture from it. I think it looks lovely. Really happy with it at the moment. And yeah, I've no kind of other things I want to say about it. I just really, really like the look of it on my skin. I got a bit of a later start to today's video. It's actually 11:15, so I'm going to call the starting time at 11 o'clock because it just makes it simpler, because I'd say that was around the time that I had everything finished. So I'm going to check in with you guys a couple of times during the day. I'll come back when I have like the rest of my makeup done so I can tell you what other products I used and how everything went on it, and then we'll do our little check-ins. Normally, by and large, with stick foundations, I reckon I get about 8 hours out of them before they start looking horrendous on my skin. That's just all stick foundations. The Hourglass one might last like a teeny bit longer, but in general 8 hours is kind of like my maximum. So I will check in at the 8-hour mark. I find that's kind of important, but I'll come back like up to 12 hours so you can kind of like see what it's looking at later on the day. Mentioned already, I have oily skin, and that tends to be the issue I have with stick foundations, because they tend to be a little bit more oilier, obviously because they're in a solid form. But anyway, I'll pop back later and we can discuss what's going on with the face. I'll talk to you soon. Hey guys, so I'm back from my first update of the day, and it is now gone 3 o'clock. So I had this on from 11, so it's been on 4 hours now. I'm pretty impressed with this foundation so far. I applied all my products on top. Worse about wearing lip gloss is you end up eating your hair. Anyway, I applied concealer, powders, everything on top. If you like this makeup look, I will have a video of it either coming up or it's already up already, but it's the Charlotte Tilbury, the new Pillow Talk collection, which I wanted to do like a little Valentine's Day look, and it turned out a bit extra. I applied my Catrice concealer, the camouflage concealer underneath my eye. Lovely, goes on really well. Set that with my lace powder from Revolution. Went in with the Rimmel instant duo contour stick to obviously contour. I love this. It's a really great product. I used my Laura Mercier to set my entire face, and it set it super well. Like, it didn't change the consistency of the foundation or anything like that, and it didn't grab on to, like, I wasn't able to notice any dry patches from the foundation. Normally when I powder, that's when I can really see if there's a foundation grabbing onto any dry patches on my skin, if I have any, and it hasn't done anything like that. So it's looking super well on my skin. As stick foundations go, you wouldn't necessarily know that this was a stick foundation. I know that's like kind of the point, but I mean, it's not like real slippy on my skin. It hasn't completely and utterly masked my skin either. I feel like it's given me good coverage, but it hasn't like looked extremely masked like on my skin, and it's not sinking into any fine lines. I must say I'm super impressed with this foundation, especially after 4 hours of wearing. It looks great. I can't remember how I felt about some of the other stick foundations that I have because it's been so long since I've worn them, but I know that definitely this length of time in, I wasn't really feeling the product, and I know that I was definitely giving out about it like sinking into fine lines and getting very oily on my skin. Like, I do know that because that's the reason I don't wear any of those stick foundations anymore. But this one does look good, and it possibly will be one that I probably keep in my rotation. So I will talk to you guys later on. Hi guys, so I am back for my second update of the day. It has just gone 7 o'clock, so this foundation's been on for 8. I was like struggling to like finish my dinner quickly. I almost completely forgot. Haven't looked in the mirror at all lately, and I'm just kind of like looking in right now. So I'm seeing that I'm a little bit on the oily side. I need to look a bit up close. That mirror's a bit too far away. I was wearing my glasses and it's rubbed off around where I was wearing my glasses in between my brows. Wow, I'm extremely oily in there. On my chin, I have lipstick on my teeth. That's not a cute look. I'm not looking crazy oily, but I'm looking oily. I like the look of the foundation still. Like, 8 hours in, I think it looks pretty decent. Probably the best drugstore stick foundation I think I've ever used. I do think I would need to bring a blotting sheet or either a blotting powder or something. Like, I'm actually going to blot my face now because I do feel like it is quite oily. Also, I have to remember it's February and it's going to get warmer and warmer and warmer. As the temperatures rise, so does my oil production. So I am going to blot right now. Like I said, it's only been 8 hours, but it needs to be done. I'm going to take my Lacura powder, which is similar to, similar to my Laura Mercier, almost identical. And I'm just going to blot that on my chin and around my nose and in between my brows. Oh my god, that looks so much better. Foundation has just completely rubbed off where my nose or my glasses were. Like, it's gonzo. The rest of my face is looking okay. Like, it hasn't rubbed off on my jawline, hasn't rubbed off around my forehead. It looks good. The colour's great. I look very washed out in this lighting. The colour is matching. It does look great. It's a really nice finish in the foundation. So I do really like the appearance of it and I'm pretty happy with it so far. So Wet n Wild, you're doing me good. We're going to see how we get on within the 12-hour mark and how it's looking on my skin. But yeah, I'm pretty happy at this point of the day. I have no complaints. Nothing really to say other than I had a little bit of oiliness. That was kind of to be expected. But I'll check in with you guys in the next few hours and we'll see how we're looking between 8 and 12 hours. And I'll kind of keep an eye on it now for the next couple of hours just to see what way it starts performing. So I'll talk to you then. Hey guys, so I'm back for my final update of the day. It is 11:11. Let's make a wish. Woo. I didn't actually plan that. I am ready to take this makeup off and go to bed. Seriously. So I haven't really been looking at my makeup. I know I should have been, but I was working on the computer a lot of the night. So I'm not really sure how it was like faring up. But to be honest, it still looks pretty decent. At 12 hours. Like, I'm happy out with this foundation. I think it looks really good. It's still kind of gone oily in between my brows and just around my nose, but it's not looking bad. Like, I honestly thought it was going to be really, really, really oily at the end of the day. Greasy and slipping off my face, just because that's what I expect to kind of get from foundations, like stick foundations other than Hourglass. And I know I didn't really do this throughout the day because I didn't notice any difference to check in with you guys, but there's no difference between the primed and unprimed side. I think they both look very, very similar on my skin. You wouldn't even know I had a primer on or not. it has done nothing for longevity or keeping oils at bay. All that being said, I think that this foundation is one of my favorite drugstore foundations in stick form. It's going in my makeup bag. This is going to be a foundation that I wear if I'm going to the cinema or if I'm just wanting to apply a little light layer of foundation, because you can see earlier on, like, I got a real light application from using a beauty sponge. I definitely think that this foundation is up there with some of the best stick foundations, and I would say it's probably the best drugstore stick foundation that I've ever used personally. Pros of this foundation for me is that it is super easy to apply. You saw what I did today. You just like swipe it on, blend it in. I will definitely use a brush with it. So it's really handy, great to throw in a makeup bag, and great to bring in a bag if you're on the go and you need to top up your makeup. Another pro of this is obviously the price. It's super inexpensive. It's under a tenner, and I mean, I'm always delighted about that. And like I said, at the moment it's on sale on Beauty Base. I didn't actually say this earlier on, but you get 12 grams in this, 0.42 ounces, which is a lot less. Like, it's less than half of a standard foundation, liquid foundation, but I often find these sticks last way longer. Like, my Hourglass one would last a lot longer than a liquid foundation, a lot longer. It hasn't made me really oily in comparison to some foundations that I've tried. Con, I would guess, is kind of the packaging. It's a little bit cheapy. It doesn't reflect the product inside, but I'm not crazy about it. So I can't really think of any other cons straight off the bat, because I like the way it looks on my skin. I'm not really sure whether I recommend this for dry or oily skin, so do let me know if you have dry skin what you think of it, if you've combo skin what you think of it, and if you're oily like me, did it keep your oils at bay like it has kept mine? Because I'm kind of like unsure of how to recommend this or who I would recommend this for. I just think it is a great quality foundation, especially for the price. I love Wet n Wild. I know this is on the go a while, so if you guys have tried this out, let me know what you think of it. Do you recommend it? I think it's wonderful. I'm going to zoom in for you guys so you can kind of get a close-up of my face. It has completely worn off over my nose, you can see that, but that kind of happened like in the 8-hour mark. It hasn't rubbed off on my jaw. It's still all intact. Everything else is intact on it. A little bit of oiliness around here, even though I blotted earlier and in between the brows, but in general it's looking pretty good. Well, I'm happy out with it. I know this is just a first impressions, but I'm definitely going to keep trying out the foundation, and I'll get back to you in my monthly hits and misses. It's kind of usually where I get back to you guys on products that I've been trying throughout the month. I am very happy with it so far, and like I said, I'll keep testing it out throughout the month to see how I get on. It is going to be one of those foundations, like I said, it won't be like I'm going out and I want like full beat makeup, or I am want to be wearing my makeup for 12 plus hours. It's not going to be a foundation that I do for something or reach for something like that, but definitely for cinema dates, or if I'm just going out for dinner and I just want to like put a base on and like do my makeup really quickly on the go, or top ups. That's what I will use that for, and that's what I use my Hourglass foundation for as well, and I absolutely love it. And I'm just really happy that I finally found a stick foundation from the drugstore that I can wear, use, and doesn't make me look like a greasy hot mess at the end of the day. Thank you so much guys for watching today. If you did enjoy today's video, please thumbs it up. Let me know what other foundations you guys would like to see, because I'm always doing like foundation first impressions. They're one of my favorite videos to film, to be honest. But if there's any foundations that you want to see, old or new, let me know and I will get on to that. I love you so much, and I will talk to you all in my next video. Mwah! Bye guys.